A beauty mogul with a net worth of over $1 billion, a reality TV star, and a mom of 4 kids? Yeah, Kim definitely has a lot on her plate. And yet, she still makes it look easy.
I'm low-key freaking out.
Well, never mind, I guess. But with her tried and true household rules and, let's be real, a ton of help to look after the kids, she's pretty much mastered the parenting style that works for her family. Number 1. Will North be taxed on the 6.2 million TikTok followers she inherits when she turns 18 and the Kim and North account becomes fully hers? The Kardashians just spent the past 14 years filming their entire lives for national TV, so it's not surprising that their use of social media is a huge part of their lives. She even allows her kids, well, North anyway, to express herself through social media to a small extent. But the same can't be said for all of the Kardashian kids. Remember when Mason Disick wanted to go viral on TikTok and Kourtney found out he'd created secret accounts to do just that? Well, if not, now you do. And while Kourtney was quick to shut all that down, Kim is perfectly fine with she and her oldest daughter sharing an account. Kanye's not too thrilled, though.
Don't have my daughter on TikTok or don't have her on TikTok at all if I'm not approve that.
Number 2. Kim Kardashian, do you need a babysitter anytime soon? As you can already assume from the title of this video, Kim and her sisters have different parenting styles, and one of those differences occurred on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It kind of resulted in a very Kardashian-esque sisterly fight between the two when they were talking about Kourtney's ability to keep a nanny.
Kourtney, you can't even keep a nanny.
Kim's words, not ours. But this fight didn't end up getting physical like the last one. Remember?
Don't use
Dilly, stop. Okay.
Kim prefers to keep her nannies for long periods of time. A source even told People both Kim and Khloe treat their nannies like family. Number 3. Bedtime with my boys. As we've already mentioned, Kim is a busy woman, but even the busiest of beauty moguls and entrepreneurs have to make time for their kids. And to make sure this happens, Kim has a pretty strict routine when it comes to bedtime. For starters, bedtime is bedtime, no exceptions. The same goes for making sure her kids sleep in their own beds. Kim told Mail Online, like Kourtney's style is where her kids sleep in bed with her, and maybe on weekends, North will come and sleep in bed with us. If there's one thing Kim's kids are going to do at night, it's get to bed on time. And it seems like she makes sure of that. Number 4. Going to apply to be the nanny for Kim and Kanye's new baby, just so when he stirs, I can squint out the window and whisper, "The West's awake." Kim's line of work definitely requires her to have help around the house, but Kim just doesn't have one nanny. She has 6 of them. There are also tutors, a driver, a chef, and a housekeeper to help keep things in check. There's also a head nanny who's in charge of the kids' schedules. And even though Kim and Kanye may be over now, when they still lived together, sources mention that the head nanny was the only one allowed to talk to Kanye. Number 5. Chicago trying to convince me she's allowed to have this candy cane. Kim loves to adorably gush over her kids, and who wouldn't? I mean, look at them! And while she seems to be a great mother, she's also been open about her weakness when it comes to her kids: candy. She said in an interview with Parents.com, "When my kids want something, typically candy, they give me this look directly in my eyes that cuts right through me. I usually give in and give them what they want." It's literally the polar opposite of Kourtney, who has a strict rule against giving dairy, gluten, and excess sugar to her kids. Number 6. Kim Kardashian opens up about feeding Saint and how North gets jealous. You've got your sibling rivalries, right? Well, when it comes to Kim's kids, North really felt a certain way when it came time for Kim to feed her younger brother Saint. So Kim had to get creative on this one. She told Ellen, "North was so jealous that I had to get a little milk box and put it in the other bra with a straw so she would drink." Honestly, I'm not even going to lie. Even if you don't really like Kim, that's pretty genius. Number 7. There's dressing your kid as a mini-me, and then there's Kim Kardashian. Let's be real, dressing up can be fun even if you're an adult. But for kids, it can be even better. And for that reason, Kim is actually pretty lenient on letting her kids dress themselves. Well, at least the ones who are old enough to do so. When speaking about North to Vancouver sun, she said, "Every morning and every night is her time to shine. She can wear costumes, which she really loves. And then when we go out, she just really wears whatever I want. But we have that compromise." Number 8. "I have the best advice for women in business," Kim Kardashian says. "Get your butt up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days." Literally laughing out loud. And not saying that Kim doesn't work hard at what she does, but as you can probably imagine, not everyone in the world was really happy about this quote from Kim's Variety interview.
Be nice.
But questionably tone-deaf statements aside, Kim is adamant about making sure her kids work hard for what they want. Yes, they come from a rich family and will have access to pretty much any resource they'll ever need. But Kim has been open about how she and her sisters had to learn how to work and save money, so her kids will have to fall into line one day too. Number 9. "I was definitely materialistic before." Kim Kardashian claims the Paris incident has changed her. The Jenners are known for their expensive, well, everything. But the incident that happened in Paris in 2016 involving the hotel heist would have been scary to anyone. And it definitely changed her. She said in an interview, "I was definitely materialistic before. Not that there's anything bad with having things. I just don't care about those things anymore. I really don't." It seems that her focus really has shifted more to her family than anything else, and we love to see it. Kudos to Kim for proving that money can't buy happy— Wait, what's that? Oh, hey, Kim's on a private jet. Number 10. Kim Kardashian says parents with 4 kids are the most enlightened and calm. Some of us can only imagine, but with 4 kids and a busy work schedule, she would probably have to be. But luckily, this very thing is actually Kim's superpower. When she did an interview with Parents.com, she mentioned that she was naturally very calm.
Maybe if you had a business that you were passionate about, then you would know what it takes to run a business.
Yeah, totally calm. But seriously, even with nannies and co-parenting and extra help around the house, it's probably not always easy. She also mentioned, "I don't get super stressed or impatient," which I think is definitely a superpower when you have 3 kids aged 5 and under running around. Number 11. My favorite boy. While there may be some differences between Kim's parenting style and her sisters, there are some things she actually picked up from her family, like her mom, Kris Jenner, and Kris's not-so-subtle favoritism of some of her kids. First, it was Kim. Then Kylie claimed the title of Kris's favorite daughter. Kim is definitely much more subtle about this than her mom and hasn't really chosen any of her children as her favorite. But during season 16 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, when Kanye mentioned that he didn't think parents should choose favorites, she responded,
I think it changes. I mean, it's reality. I was my mom's favorite for a good decade, and now it's Kylie.
Number 12. Kim Kardashian, do you keep a scrapbook of yourself? Like memorabilia to show your kids one day? I know it's random, but… Well, no. She may not keep a scrapbook of herself. I mean, unless you count that one coffee table book she came out with. But she does keep scrapbooks for her kids, and it's actually super sweet and sentimental.
I make the most epic baby books for them.
Some of her kids may be too young to really understand how important those memories are, but one day they will be. So it's honestly really great that she put so much time and effort into creating these memories for all 4 of her kids. Number 13. North West just called Kim Kardashian out in the most savage way. It's normal for kids to say just how they really feel without thinking too much about it. And if any of Kim's kids will say how they feel without a filter, it's North. We're obviously not saying she's disrespectful in any way, but she does call things out like she sees them. Exhibit A. Apparently, Kim uses a fake voice when she's talking to her fans on Instagram.
I got this.
Honestly, this is just hilarious. And then there's Exhibit B. When Kim and North have a disagreement, she basically roasts Kim's house. Do we even need to go on? Number 14. Kim Kardashian hiding from her kids so she can do her makeup in peace is relatable. We've already talked about how Kim pretty much needs all hands on deck at all times to keep her career, household, and personal life running smoothly. But even with all of that, kids are gonna be kids. And that's really evident in a video posted to Kim's YouTube channel where she was doing her makeup. Or at least trying to.
I'm hiding in the guest room because my kids will not leave me alone.
I mean, we all felt that. Sometimes Kim's parenting is strict and all no questions asked, and other times it consists of hiding in her guest bathroom for her own sanity. Number 15. Kim Kardashian worries about explaining who Kris Humphries is to her kids on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we'd probably be worried about that too. We've already talked about how North likes to tell it like it is, so that probably won't make talking about those things easy. On an episode of the show, Kim and Scott talked about whether or not they'll let their kids watch the show, and the general consensus was maybe. At least not right now. The whole Kris Humphries situation was a long time ago, but it was something that seriously affected Kim's life, and we totally get that that can be hard to talk about, but probably better to learn about that from Kim herself. While Kim may take bits and pieces of parenting advice from her friends and family, she's been able to adapt as her kids have grown and managed to create a loving home for her kids. And with all the chaos that's been going on with her and Kanye's split, it's kind of a must right now.
They say three's a crowd, but four completes the Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott clan, as the celebrity pair welcomed a new baby boy into the world. But with a new son comes new challenges, and undoubtedly a new parenting style for Kylie. Let us count the way things could change.
Being a mom has become second nature to me.
It's a boy, but shh. Baby boy Wolf Webster was born on February 2nd, 2022. Just one day after his sister Stormi's 4th birthday. Can you say major Aquarius energy? And Kylie is already doing things differently. The unconventional couple waited to tell the world about Stormi until the literal day of her birth, shocking fans everywhere. Kylie told People magazine that she and Travis kept the pregnancy secret in order to prepare for this role of a lifetime in the most positive, stress-free, and healthy way I knew how. But when Stormi came along, it was off to the races. And Kylie's social media was awash with Stormi news and photos. This time feels a little different though, but no less a surprise. Kylie and Travis announced their second pregnancy on social media with plenty of time, about 6 months to be exact. Kylie and Travis publicly took a break from their relationship in 2019, but remained best friends and co-parents. In 2021, they announced they were back together and that they were pregnant with baby number 2 shortly thereafter, much to the joy of their friends and fans. But unlike last time, still no pics, except for one. More social, less media. With only one secretive photo shared, it's safe to say that Kylie is trying to keep baby boy Wolf Webster out of the light. For now. It's been a bit of a Kardashian-Jenner tradition that boys tend to shy from the limelight more than the girls, as is the case with Saint, Mason, and even Kylie's half-brother Rob. The internet is filled with photos and videos of Kardashian-Jenner girls, while their male counterparts are always in much shorter supply. Perhaps this is a natural tendency born to the boys in the family. However, we have to wonder if it's helped along by their mothers. By the time baby number 2 comes around, the Kardashians get a bit more private. Or at least they try to anyway. Take, for example, the case of Saint Kardashian West. Kylie's big sis Kim decided to pull back from social media after his birth in order to give him a more normal life. Kim told E! Online, "I was not posting about my son because I wanted him to be able to go to the park every single day like a normal human being, and nobody knows who he is. People thought he didn't exist. People thought I had a whole fake baby and I made this whole thing up because I wasn't posting about it. And to me, that's so ridiculous." Despite Kim's best efforts, however, Saint has still found a way to steal some attention. Whether that's through posing for cute photos, denying his mother a kiss, or side-eyeing his siblings to hilarious effect. Something tells me there's a little more of Kanye in this one. Could it be that Kylie and Travis are simply taking a page out of Kim's playbook? Stormi storms into kindergarten. Kylie is famously protective of little Stormi, going as far as to have her attend pre-K from home. That's right, little Stormi is homeschooled, though we imagine it's gotta be the best homeschool ever with the best uniforms. They say parents often get less protective by baby number 2, and we wonder if the same is true for Kylie. After all, Kylie herself went to traditional private school until 10th grade and says she loved it, so much so that when she left to be homeschooled herself, she was pretty sad to miss traditional milestones like prom. With 2 little ones now running around home and office, and her own experiences behind her, might she reconsider putting Stormi into kindergarten? Only time will tell. Nanny reinforcement. Of course, Kylie will not be and was never alone in raising her children. She always had her enormous family to help alongside an army of hired help. Sources say Kylie keeps up to 4 nannies for little Stormy alone and likely pays up to $180,000 in salaries. That's not to say that Kylie is out of the picture. On the contrary, she's pretty hands-on as a mom and has gone as far as to have a nursery specially built for Stormy in her office. Nonetheless, we can imagine that the nanny brigade is growing with the arrival of baby boy Wolf, and with it, the reinforcement of some very strict staff rules. Nannies are to wear no jewelry, they are not to appear on camera, they cannot be attractive, and most importantly, they must prioritize their employer's family above anything else. Travis stepping it up. A baby boy changes things for all parents. And for fathers, it presents a unique responsibility, having to model manhood, and Travis is no exception. Let's be clear that while the love between Kylie and Travis is undeniable, we have to be honest, Travis can sometimes be a little out to lunch. While playing 23 Questions, for example, Travis had a hard time naming all of Kylie's dogs. Youch.
You don't know them? Rosie and Harley.
Oh, Rosie, Harley, yeah.
The good thing is, though, he did work in tandem with Kylie to choose their son's name. Scott's devotion as a father to Stormy is unwavering, however. He always wants what's best for her and prepares her to conquer the world on her own terms. After sitting down with Chase B on Wave Radio, Scott talked about how he and Kylie were raising Stormy to be a strong Black woman. I feel like it's way more important now to protect young Black daughters, women, and make sure they have the knowledge of how to carry themselves, how to move in this world, how to be strong, how to not even be scared to take that risk on any idea, jump out on any activity, he shared. Now more than ever, they have the vision. We can only imagine that Travis will also teach his son to be a strong Black man in this world, something that Kylie will obviously need to take a supportive backseat on. And we can only hope that he also teaches his son to respect women as he would his mom Kylie, sister Stormy, and all of his aunties and Grandma Chris. Hey, little wolf, we think you're gonna be A-okay. More no's. Of course, growing up in a huge family, Kylie has plenty of models of parenting to pull from. And it's no secret that the sisters share tips of the trade with each other, and sometimes critiques. Kendall famously pointed out that out of all of her sisters, Kourtney and Kylie were ranked the worst. Youch. But quickly followed up the statement and said that they were all amazing parents. Kourtney is said to possess a more lax style, disciplining her kids less. Kylie, though not a punisher, is said to be a bit stricter, especially where household rules are concerned. Kylie doesn't allow little Stormy, for example, to watch TV. That includes phones. Except for the occasional mother-daughter selfie, screen time is kept to a minimum. We can imagine that this might result in Kylie enforcing the same rules with her son, and maybe even getting stricter, as to not allow any bad habits to grow and be reinforced by the siblings. More yes. And then, of course, on the other hand, Stormy Webster may just be the most lavish 4-year-old in all of Hollywood, and we don't see that changing anytime soon, and certainly not for her brother. The 4-year-old regularly receives expensive gifts and wears fashion pieces worth 6-digit price tags. Kylie reportedly bought her a $200,000 pony named Frozen, for no other reason than just because she felt like spoiling her daughter. Double that amount, and you have what a spontaneous gift-giving looks like for 2 little ones in the Jenner-Scott household. And saying no is not something that comes easy to any of the sisters. As Kim famously said, "When my kids want something, typically candy, they give me this look directly in my eyes that cuts right through me. I usually give in and give them what they want. Lucky you, Webster, old boy. Lucky you." Snails and puppy dog tails. At just 4 years old, Stormy is already a fashion icon like Mama. Thanks to the influence of her parents, little Stormy is always impeccably dressed and donning the world's top designers like Hermes, and even going as far as to wearing matching outfits with Mom. The real question, though, is, will baby boy Wolf Webster be just as much a fashionista as his sister, or will he find interests of his own, like his cousin Saint? While Saint takes after his mom Kim in many ways, one thing that's all his own is his love of basketball. On January 20th, Kanye posted a photo of little Saint hanging off a rim after just scoring a slam dunk. Fans commented with praise for the young Kardashian West, and one went as far as to say, "Yeah, I don't remember seeing LeBron James dunking at this age." you got a special one here. One thing's for sure though, we can probably expect to see him toddling around in Astroworld gear. And who knows? Maybe he'll inherit Travis's musical talent too and start breaking out the beats from time to time. Joint sibling parties. Shared parents, shared house, shared birthday parties. Baby boy Webster was born just one day after Stormy, and it was hardly a surprise as Kylie posted some very pregnant pictures dressed all in pink the day of the party. Our girl celebrated her 4th birthday with cousin Chicago, and it seems like joint birthday parties will simply become a family tradition. The two celebrated in style, Barbie and LOL doll-themed style, that is. Party guests walked into Scott and Jenner's backyard to find an impressive array of pink and multicolored balloons, a buffet table full of delicious treats, and face painting. So what does this mean for the Websters in the future? Well, probably the same thing. Big old bashes toasting the two of them together, though it's probably safe to say that Barbie or LOL dolls won't be the theme. 6 feet apart? More like 6 miles. When Stormy was born in 2018, Kylie was known to be an especially cautious mom, setting COVID trends long before COVID. For starters, Kylie wouldn't allow just anyone to enter the home to see the newborn, but those that did get to see the baby could only see her while wearing masks, because as one source disclosed to Hollywood Life, she didn't want her exposed to any germs. She's still so brand new. And this was in 2018, 2 years before the country went into lockdown and coronavirus changed the world. Stormy's room was also stocked with eco-friendly products. We have a good idea of what Kylie will be like now in a post-COVID world. Not only will she be more selective about who she lets inside, but at what distance. Masks? How about a full hazmat suit?
Sometimes your sisters aren't the best advice givers, at least not for Khloe in the parenting department. Despite their tight-knit family structure, Khloe and her sisters share differing beliefs and practices for raising their children. And Khloe is certain to raise True the way she wants to. If you enjoy family time at live events, check out SeatGeek.com and use the promo code TTC for $20 off your first order.
I think for every sister, we have different boundary levels and we all try to respect that.
1. Hands-on mom. Literally. Khloe may not agree with Kourtney's co-sleeping habit with her kids, but she will always have True in her arms. On red carpets or photo shoots, it doesn't matter who else is in the photo with them. Khloe loves carrying her daughter. Kim also loves holding her kids, but her go-to pose of having her kids on her knee as almost every photo doesn't compare to Khloe's signature pose of carrying True. For Khloe, she does this to make sure True feels safe. She says, for the people who comment that I hold True too much, number 1, I'm gonna hold my baby until I can't hold her anymore. Number 2, when there's tons of cameras around, flashing lights, paps yelling things, I want my baby to feel safe. Worry about your own children, we good over here. 2. Strict with the schedule. Khloe describes her parenting style as strict and militant for routine. Bedtimes, mealtimes, and mommy-daughter time are all consistent in True's daily routine. She says her strictness is very different from her sister's, and it doesn't take much to figure out she's talking about Kourtney, whose parenting style is often up for debate with her sisters. When it comes to routines and schedules, Kourtney is more of a go-with-the-flow type of parent. Because her life is busy and hectic, she doesn't have set times for her kids' schedules. Khloe, however, loves routine and believes kids thrive with consistency. That could be why True stayed behind with her dad, Tristan, and wasn't in Italy with the rest of the family for Kourtney and Travis's wedding. 3. Phones at the table. Kourtney has always been vocal about her dislike for too much technology when it comes to her 3 kids, and Khloe planned on following her advice, but like many first-time parents, once really hit, some of those plans went out of the window. Before True, Khloe thought she wouldn't let her daughter use technology, especially at the dinner table. But the good American founder soon gave in and often lets True watch videos on her phone at restaurants so she doesn't have to deal with any toddler meltdowns. Kourtney, on the other hand, has a strict no technology rule, especially during mealtimes and at bedtime.
So there's no iPads, phones, computers, video games, TVs.
Making this the only time-related routine Kourtney emphasizes in her household that Khloe hasn't adopted yet. 4. Documenting the journey. Not all the Jenner sisters are comfortable showing off their babies on social media. It's been 3 months since Kylie's son was born, and she still hasn't revealed his face. Khloe, on the other hand, has always shared True's moments and milestones. Her very first breath was documented on the family show, which is the complete opposite of Kylie's pregnancies and births, which were kept a little more private. Because of her negative experiences with social media, Kylie wanted to experience motherhood privately. Even though Khloe has a love-hate relationship with being in the public eye, it hasn't stopped her from sharing her love for her daughter with the public. 5. Morning affirmations. Before True could even form a full sentence, Khloe's daily routine included affirmations of self-love with her in front of the mirror.
Say, I am so happy.
Yes, I love myself.
Khloe has always said she wants True to grow up confident and to know how special she is. She says, it's my job to make her feel, no matter what she looks like, that she is strong and confident and beautiful. This mother-daughter quality time is a little different from her sisters, Kim and Kourtney, who like to take the extra time in the morning to eat breakfast with all their kids. With 7 kids between the two of them, their mornings may be too hectic to fit Khloe's routine in. 6. Formula versus nursing. Khloe has been open about her struggles with not being able to produce enough milk to nurse True.
I hated every minute of it. It was torture. I always felt like I was never giving True enough food. I felt like she was always hungry.
She said she felt like she failed when she had to switch to using formula after 3 months. Kylie, on the other hand, had never considered nursing, while Kourtney was able to nurse her kids for as long as she wanted, 14 months with Mason. As difficult as Khloe said that decision was to make, and as frustrated as she was with Kourtney sharing how easy her nursing experience was, Khloe knew she had to adjust to meet True's needs. The good thing is, she had another sister in Kylie doing things differently to support her through the switch. 7. Co-parenting. All the Kardashian sisters are going through different stages of co-parenting publicly. When Khloe decided to have Tristan in the delivery room as her effort at co-parenting through the drama, Kim wasn't as quick to welcome him back in. Kim may have wanted to do things differently in that moment, but she decided it was best to just support her sister. In Kourtney's case, when she and Scott started taking family trips together, Khloe and her siblings commended them, though she also knew how difficult and how much work it would take for them to get there.
He's always going to be in my life because of True, and he's a great dad.
Despite Khloe's admiration for their co-parenting, it doesn't look like Tristan will be invited to any family vacations in the near future. 8. Nanny BFFs. It's no secret Khloe and her sisters have a dedicated team of nannies helping them with their growing families. They all have different relationships with their nannies. Kylie has everyone check their phones at her door. Kourtney keeps her nannies at arm's length, it seems, at least according to Kim, who called her out for not being able to keep a nanny.
Kourtney, you can't even keep a nanny.
However, Khloe and her childcare specialist, Andrea Cooper, and her mom, Monica Loganbach, enjoy hanging out together outside of the home and often post it on social media. When Khloe received backlash for how much time she spends with her nannies, she responded by saying she chooses to invite whoever she wants and treats everyone in her house like family. 9. Happiness over diets. Khloe once called Kourtney a health freak, so it's no shock their approaches to diet and food for their kids are different. Kourtney's kids stick to a strict gluten-free and dairy-free diet, and she's been known to bring gluten and dairy-free cupcakes to birthday parties for her kids. Khloe is taking a different route that's still healthy but less restrictive. Khloe says during quarantine, she wasn't necessarily watching what she eats and shared she'd much rather eat what her daughter eats. But she says overall their diets are healthy and balanced. Ultimately, she wants True to grow up with a healthy relationship with food and not feel the need to try every diet like she did. 10. Embracing makeup. Khloe says she wasn't allowed to wear makeup until she was 14 years old, but has decided to do things differently with True. She wants True to grow up seeing makeup as something fun to experiment with. Even though critics called her out for the 4-year-old being too young to wear makeup, the reality star says it's just for fun and shouldn't be taken so seriously. Kim, on the other hand, doesn't let her 4-year-old daughter Chicago wear makeup, or at least lipstick, just yet. That could also be due to Kanye's very public dislike for his daughters wearing any kind of makeup. Either way, Khloe is still standing by her freedom and True wearing makeup. 11. No judgment on discipline. Khloe says she and her sisters do not discipline their kids the same way, and by sisters, once again, she means Kourtney. When Kourtney shared her struggles with her daughter Penelope and her nanny, it sparked a debate about how she chooses to discipline her kids. It got pretty heated between Corey Gamble, Chris's partner, Scott and Kourtney. But being the sister who always has her family's back, Khloe came out to say that it's not her place to judge how they discipline their kids, even if she chooses to do things differently. She said everyone should do what's best for their family. We all may parent differently, but I would always respect how my sisters choose to discipline. 12. Sisterly advice. It's not surprising Khloe does things her way in her household because she and her siblings decided not to give each other unsolicited parenting advice. She revealed they have an unspoken rule to just respect how each parent handles their family and nobody can judge. Of course, they are known to joke with each other once in a while, but Khloe says they never mom shame and are always there for support. Even when Khloe was pregnant with True, she said her sisters were giving her too much advice and joked that it got to a point she wanted to just tell them to take their own advice and stop giving it. Guess that worked for Khloe long term. 13. A little mess is okay. Khloe has been public about her love for organization and cleanliness and the struggles that come with dealing with her OCD tendencies. She says she loves everything having a place to go and everything being perfectly organized, and she's noticing the same pattern in True. But Khloe doesn't want True growing up cringing at messes and is encouraging her to live in a little mess. Kim, on the other hand, struggles to keep her minimalist home kid mess-free. She joked that in order to keep her walls and furniture clean, she had to chase kids around with a towel. 14. Travis proposal. Travis proposing to Kourtney was a major moment for the couple and their families, but it was revealed on their new show, The Kardashians, that Kourtney's kids weren't invited to celebrate with their mom, and she was disappointed. Kris made the decision not to invite Mason, Penelope, and Dwayne, and was backed up by Khloe, who felt Kourtney's kids were too young to be there, and Kourtney should have been the one to break the news to them. Khloe also felt it was a difficult decision and nobody really knew what to do. 15. Not keeping up with the Kardashians. Before giving birth to her daughter True, Khloe decided she wasn't going to let her watch any episodes of their show Keeping Up with the Kardashians until she is 13. Her older sister Kim would rather never have to show her kids the show. She said, "I'm really hesitant just because me personally, I'm going to have to explain a lot, and to be fair, it's a different type of conversation Kim would have to have with her kids." Khloe is focused on raising True to be a strong, healthy, self-loving woman, and sometimes that means having different parenting rules and techniques from her sisters.
Penelope, North, Mason, and the other Kar Jenner kids have some strict rules for social media.
This isn't keeping up with the Kardashians, this is keeping up with the kids.
Looking out for each other. Just like their parents, the younger generation of Kardashians and Jenners are all about having each other's backs. The older kids, including Kim's daughter North and Kourtney's son Mason and daughter Penelope, are especially close and spend a lot of time together. Recently, Mason, who is the oldest of Kris Jenner's adorable grandkids, reached out to Kim to voice his concern for 8-year-old North's new foray into social media. The 12-year-old texted the KKW Beauty founder, writing, "Hi, I don't want to disrespect North, but I don't think she should be doing the lives unless someone is with her, because people are always screen recording and she might tell information that isn't correct and stuff like that she will regret." Kim replied saying, "I appreciate you looking out, Mason, and I agree. She felt bad and I don't think she will do it again, but it could be good if you talk to her about it." Mason agreed to have a heart-to-heart with North the next time he would come over. So sweet. No family secrets. Mason is being extra careful about his little cousins after accidentally spilling some private family secrets himself. In a few unapproved by Kourtney live streams, Mason spilled the tea on the Kardashians' love lives. He didn't hesitate to discredit a rumor for his fans that in fact his aunt Kylie Jenner and her boyfriend Travis Scott were back together at the time.
No, Kylie and Travis are not back together.
Quickly following the live, Mason's Instagram account was deleted and Kourtney confirmed that her son had started the account without permission from his parents. She said, "He started an Instagram yesterday and he didn't ask us. I did delete it because Scott and I felt like he's 10. No going live. In his text to Kim, Mason Disick went on to caution his younger cousin about posting regret. "I did the exact same thing as she did." He said, "I would do the lives and now I regret saying one of the things that I said." Kourtney's son was right about one thing. Kim has a strict no live rule for North. When North went live without Kim's permission, she decided to give fans a house tour and a peek into their Sing display while giggling and running around with her friends. The fun ends when she finds Kim laying in bed.
Mom, I'm live!
After Kourtney initially deleted Mason's Instagram profile and turned his TikTok account to private, he sneakily switched it back to public and went live again.
I would have had 2.7 mil by now if I kept it up.
This time, when a follower asked why his account was deleted, he said,
"It got deleted because I was too young because I went viral."
Kim later said that she has rules about social media for her kids. She also said that North later felt bad about breaking the rules and apologized. Joint account with mom.
In November, North launched her TikTok account called Kim and North, which is a joint profile with her mom. At 8 years old, she's still too young for the responsibility of managing an account on her own. Kourtney Kardashian's 9-year-old Penelope has also started her own account with her mom called P and Court, where she can share her own versions of TikTok trends, dances, and of course, her daily beauty routine. And while these kiddos may get away with unapproved posts from time to time, the profiles still clearly state account managed by an adult. Age limits. While some of the younger Kar Jenner kids are often seen on Instagram through their parents' accounts, only the older kids are actually allowed to post, and all with their parents' supervision, of course. After Mason's mishap when he was 10, Kourtney revealed that she and Scott agreed that 13 was an appropriate age for their son to have his own Instagram and TikTok accounts. The creators of the app agree, given that their guidelines are that users have to be 13 to register. Penelope's joint account with Kourtney was disabled multiple times after her string of shares, likely because it was flagged as being an underage profile. No reading comments. Most celebs will probably tell you that the quickest way to feel down is to read the comments on your social media. Some followers seriously have no shame when it comes to trolling stars' social media.
He blocked me.
One rule for the Kar Jenner kids is to stay away from the comments section. Not that Kim and her sisters always follow this rule themselves. While Kylie, Kourtney, and Khloe rarely respond to comments, Kim clearly takes some criticisms to heart.
Just the scrutiny that we get all the time, we try to avoid that.
Since she's been known to change captions and posts following negative remarks in the comments. Once after captioning a photo of her and Kourtney with "somehow in this crazy life we found each other," a fan commented, "Yeah, because you're sisters," leading the star to quickly alter her caption.
Just want to make sure we handle it. Let's get it over with. No time to freak out.
No sharing bank info. This should definitely be a no-brainer kind of rule for anyone who decides to have a social media account. Doesn't it go without saying that you shouldn't share your bank info with strangers? For the Kar Jenner kids on the internet, it's inevitable that there will be folks trying to take advantage of the kids' privileged lifestyles and their parents' massive net worths. In comments on North's TikTok posts, some followers were shamelessly trying to get Kim's credit card number, writing, "Northie, can you show us Mummy's credit card?" And another writing, "Northie, do you know how to do a bank transfer?" And even asking her if she can send them a Venmo. One user wrote, "Hey, did you hear about the trend where you give us your parents' bank info?" No oversharing. Kim wasn't too surprised when North decided to go rogue and overshare on the app. She is, after all, the queen of oversharing her life. She had cameras follow her around for decades.
My name is Kim Kardashian.
No.
And Daddy is Kanye West.
The star said that North also takes after her father's tendency to overshare, saying, "I mean, North West is Kanye West's daughter. Forget that, she's his twin, so she will definitely do all of the above." But for her daughter, Kim is trying to teach some restraint. She said, "And then I was like, oh, it's too funny, I have to. But there are some things when I'm like, you know what, let's not post that." Learning the business. Some of the family members are using social media to teach the kids to manage business on the internet. Kim, Court, and Kylie all use their Instagram platforms to market and promote their brands on a daily basis. Kylie is especially into showing her daughter, Stormi Webster, the ropes. The almost 4-year-old already has her face attached to Kylie's brand, Kylie Baby, in addition to having her name trademarked for future business endeavors.
She has her own office where she gets all her business done.
No calling out other celebs. Mason got into trouble once again when he was given some social media privileges only to make more mistakes on the internet. The then 11-year-old revealed his thoughts about the makeup guru Jeffree Star, throwing shade and calling the media celeb spoiled AF.
Jeffree Star is spoiled AF.
Starting a soft feud between the two. Oops. Kim, however, let it slide when North called her out on socials, sharing that her mom talks different in her videos.
I got this.
Is that what I say? Is that what I sound like?
No sharing location. Another obvious rule for the Kar Jenner kids is that they aren't allowed to share their location with followers. The family is often jetting around and prefer a touch of privacy from paparazzi and fans. Some followers even thought it was unsafe when North went live while at home, indicating her location to millions of viewers. On top of not sharing their locations, Kourtney also initially wanted her kids' profiles to be private only. When they're old enough to have solo profiles, we bet they won't be following through with this rule. Plug mom and dad. Some fans criticized the moms letting their kids have social media accounts, claiming that they were only using them to promote their own brands. But why not? These business moguls know how to use the internet to their advantage. In one of Kim and North's first TikToks together, the pair enjoyed a spa day repping Aunt Kylie's skincare line, Kylie Skin. Kim was also criticized when she promoted her brand Skims through North's TikTok account. The 8-year-old happily shared a couple of videos of her mom's merchandise for her followers, using her videography skills to show off an orange bikini and fuzzy Skims slippers. TikTok only. For now, it's TikTok only. No Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter, at least until they're a little older. The app recently integrated parental settings for kids under 13 so they're safer while using the public platform. Parents can set limits on screen time, disable DMs, and restrict mature content depending on their preference. The Kardashian kids are only allowed to share on other platforms when they're working as a collaboration with older family members, like on Kylie's cooking show or Kourtney's YouTube videos. Parents aren't too controlling. Even though their accounts are monitored by their parents, the Kardashian Jenner kids are still allowed some creative freedom on their social media pages. For example, Penelope recently showed off her grown-up style manicure, which included fake nails, while drinking a soda with mom Kourtney. The 42-year-old mom of 3 took some heat for letting her daughter have fake nails, but still chose to let the video remain posted. Kourtney has previously stated that she believes in letting her kids express themselves, especially through style and clothing choices. Apparently, that includes some snatched acrylics. Have fun. Kim and her siblings agree that social media should be about more than just doing things that are post-worthy. It can be fun, too.
Oh, yeah.
Kim said, because there's so many cousins, I do feel like, they grow up so normally and have so much fun. And I never want them to feel like things are for social media or anything like that. We definitely have the conversation about it. In a recent video shared to Kim and North's account, the mother-daughter duo is joined by North's little siblings, Saint and Chicago, for the Drilla freestyle remix head bobbing trend.
Now that Kim's kids are getting older, North, Chicago, Saint, and Sam have some upgraded house rules. Here's how Kim Kardashian is parenting her kids post-divorce. Number 1. No live streaming. Northwest went live and ran into Kim's bedroom with the camera showing Kim in bed. LOL. Y'all, North is going to make Chris work so hard.
Mom, I'm live.
No, stop. You're not allowed.
Last December, Kim's oldest daughter, Northwest, went live on TikTok, which was totally against the Kardashian West household rules. North was just 8 years old when she decided to defy her mom's rules and give her fans what they desperately wanted: an amateur, shaky, giggle-filled tour of the family's house.
Well, stop making weird sounds, right?
North went live on the app, having a blast, showing her many followers around her home, giving them a behind-the-scenes look at the famous family's house. The fun stopped when North entered her mom's bedroom and Kim realized what was going on. With everything Kim has been through in her career, before and after kids, it's no wonder she's not letting her kids browse the internet unmonitored. Number 2. TikTok rules. If I was Kim, I would just deny everything and pretend it didn't happen to my kids. Kim later responded to her daughter going live, admitting that she lets her kids use social media when they're being monitored. She also said that she doesn't really blame North for being so open on social media, adding that she probably gets it from her father, Kanye. She said, Northwest is Kanye West's daughter. Forget that. She's his twin, so she will still definitely do all of the above. Right. Not like she doesn't also have a mother who's queen of the gram. Number 3. One-on-one time. Maybe one of the most important rules that Kim has for her kids is that they all get some one-on-one time with mom. In a post to Instagram, Kim shared a photo of her and her son Saint, captioning the post, "Mommy and Son Day today." With 4 kids and multiple businesses to run, it's probably hard to give each kid their individual mommy time, but Kim makes it a priority in her household. Number 4. Makeup rules. As the owner of a major cosmetics brand, it's only natural that Kim lets her kids experiment with makeup and beauty looks.
It's always so much fun.
North has also been trying her hand at costume makeup and special effects makeup, which Kim shared to socials writing, "My creative baby." Kim has also said she's into letting her kids express themselves, whether it's through makeup, clothes, or art. Of her daughter North's painting hobby, she said, "I love seeing the personality and the moods and everything that she goes through and is feeling. It's really been an amazing hobby of hers."
Okay, I think that's enough foundation.
Number 5. Co-parenting with Kanye. Even though Kim and Kanye had some rocky times post-divorce in 2021, the pair are now well on their way to co-parenting their kids amicably. It was recently revealed that Kanye has been spending time with the kids. Despite claiming he didn't receive an invite, the rapper was in attendance at Little Chicago's recent birthday party. After the event, Ye shared on Instagram saying, "I just came from Cheese Party, and I got a shout out to Travis Scott for sending me the address and the time and making sure that I was able to spend that birthday memory with my daughter to be there with the rest of the family." As for Kim, no matter what happens, she'll have Kanye's back. She said, "I'm always just hopeful, and no matter what goes on, it's the father of my kids. I'll always be protective. You could be so hurt or angry at your ex, but I think in front of the kids, it always has to be, your dad's the best." Number 6. Pete's involvement.
Getting to know him, he's really, truly like the nicest human being.
Now that Kim and SNL star Pete Davidson are officially dating, the star opened up about how she's also letting her new guy into her kids' lives. Although Kim does have some strict rules when it comes to parenting her kids, she's also open to letting them experience new things and people.
I think you guys will definitely see my perspective. He's not opposed to it.
Pete has slowly been getting to know the 4 kids, but Kim isn't rushing the relationship, letting it happen as the kids feel comfortable. As for whether Pete is good with kids, I mean, he's basically a big kid himself.
This is a man's game, son.
Number 7. More kids?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling really dirty tonight.
Is 4 kids enough? Some fans are now speculating that given Kim's relationship with Pete Davidson, the KKW beauty owner may be ready to add another kid to her crew. While Khloe Kardashian shared that she wants 2 more kids with her new husband, Travis Barker, Kim also hinted that she may be into having kids with Pete. Only time will tell. Number 8. Photo ops welcome. Kim is constantly sharing photos of her kids on social media. While some celeb parents prefer to keep their children's faces away from the public eye, Kim knows the value of some good publicity and doesn't mind letting her little ones show their cuteness for all the world to see.
Okay, 1 second. Let me finish talking.
Because of Kim's social media rules and allowing her children to participate in filming for TV and photo shoots, we definitely see a career in entertainment in these kids' futures. Number 9. No timeouts. Kim added that even though she believes in disciplining her kids when necessary, the whole timeout thing didn't go over well in their house. Kim revealed that once, when she sent North to timeout, the little girl took it as a positive and gave herself a relaxing spa day. Hey, she learned from the best. Now, Kim believes in letting her kids learn organically, meaning that timeouts aren't always the most constructive way to discipline. Number 10. Style matters. Since the beginning of her career, Kim has been fully immersed in the world of fashion. Kim's kids also follow their mom's fashion rules and can usually be seen wearing the latest trends and high-end fashion brands. North, in particular, has been showing off her individual style lately and showing the world what it means to be a trendsetter before the age of 10. North had her own stylist by the age of 2 years old and was posed for the cover of Beauty Inc. at just 5. Number 11. Work ethic lessons.
Get your ass up and work.
Growing up, Kim learned about hard work from her parents, especially the hardworking momager Kris Jenner. These days, Kim is making sure her kids know the value of work ethic and make sure they see both of their parents working hard for the life they live. With multiple businesses, shows, and brands, nobody can say Kim doesn't work hard. Number 12. Tight schedule. With 4 kids and a full-time job, Kim keeps her household ship sailing smoothly by making sure that everyone runs on a tight, strict schedule. That means scheduling in time for work, naps, meals, vacations, playtime, and yes, even cuddle time is penciled in. Kim makes sure to schedule in 15 minutes of cuddle time with the kiddos every day. Aww. Number 13. Family first. As always, Kim and her siblings know that family should come first. That's why all the little Kar Jenner kids are more like siblings than cousins. Chicago and Stormi recently celebrated their birthdays together, and it's common for these kids to share joint celebrations. Kim makes sure that her kids know the value in staying close with family. And who knows, we may be seeing the second generation of the reality show series down the road. Number 14. Cleanliness is next to Kardashian-ness. With a house that's almost entirely white, it was no wonder that Kim liked to keep things clean when the kids were young. This mom of 4 had no choice but to eliminate certain messy toys and foods after her kids made messes in their Architectural Digest-worthy masterpiece of a home. Once, Kim's kids decided that the family's concrete bathtub looked like a great canvas for their coloring project. Another time, Kim had to switch to white cheddar snacks only after the kids got Cheeto powder all over her white furniture. She said, "Thank God for white cheddar Cheetos instead of the orange Cheetos. I had to switch." Number 15. Religion, their choice.
Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation.
Even though Kim's ex has shared that he's very serious about religion, Kim is taking a different approach to her kids, following a spiritual path. Kim's kids are given a good example, but are also allowed to make their own choices when it comes to going to church or what they believe. Love it! Number 16. Nannies. Even with plenty of rules in place to avoid chaos and maintain order, Kim still needs some help with her kids. That's what nannies are for. Luckily, Kim and her siblings have access to some great childcare help, and Kim doesn't mind getting a helping hand when the family is out and about. She actually has a nanny assigned to each child to make sure everyone stays safe and happy. Number 17. Twins. While it's not necessarily a rule, Kim does love that some of her kids are turning into little mini-me's. She revealed that she thinks Little Saint is like her twin. Do you see the resemblance? Or does Chicago bear a more striking resemblance to the beauty queen mom? Whether or not Kim's kids end up looking more like her or their dad Kanye, they're really adorable. Number 18. Hair extensions, okay. She is allowed twice a year on her birthday and birthday party. This pic was taken back in June on her B-Day. Kim is a big fan of both hair extensions and wigs, and is known to add volume and length to her hair for events and red carpet appearances. And although her kids are still young, she's alright with letting them play with different hairstyles. When North was younger, she also let her straighten her hair once in a while, being sure to also show her some gorgeous natural hairstyles to rock her unique beauty. Number 19. Private bodyguards. To make sure everyone stays safe when the family is out in public, Kim has private bodyguards assigned to the kids. Though they have a lot of privileges, these famous toddlers and near teens don't have the same freedom as most kids their age. North, Saint, Chicago, and Sam have to be super careful when they're in public with paparazzi around.
Sorry, you look cute.
Number 20. No keeping up with the Kardashians. Yet. One of the most important rules in the Kardashian household, the kids are still not allowed to watch the family on TV. Hey, there's some pretty heavy material in those early Keeping Up with the Kardashian seasons. Would you let your kids watch you getting into fights, partying, and arguing with your family? Probably not. It's no wonder that Kim is keeping her little ones away from the family's reality series for as long as possible. They're growing up so fast. With Kim shifting gears in her personal life, it only makes sense that some of her rules for her kids are also changing. What do you think about how this mom of 4 parents her little ones? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to The Things Celebrity for more videos about your favorite famous families.